Hey guys, one of the most difficult areas of our lives to get under control is our words. Our mouths are often the last thing that gets sanctified. I mean, we might clear up not saying certain curse words or things like that, but it's a little more difficult to not gossip or not share some private information maybe that somebody shared with us. I mean, our tongues are so quick to say things that we just shouldn't say. In the book of James, he says, if anyone thinks he's religious and does not bridle his tongue but deceives his heart, this person's religion is worthless. Man, that is so not politically correct, right? I mean, to say that somebody's spirituality, to say that somebody's Christianity, to say that someone's religion is worth nothing because they're not bridling their tongue, they're not putting a rein on their tongue. The kind of the metaphor here is this idea that you put a bit in a horse's mouth and you have some reins on that horse, and you can make that horse stop, or you can turn it to the left or to the right because of that bit that's in the horse's mouth and the bridle and all. You can control the direction of that horse. There's so much rich theology there. I mean, we control the direction of our bodies and of our minds and things by the words that we allow to come out of our mouths. And even Jesus said things like that we'll be acquitted and condemned by the words that we speak. And I think that the reason Jesus said that is Jesus's view of our words was just not that it was just words that are coming out of our mouths, but that our hearts produce the words that form on our lips and on our tongues. And so we're speaking that which comes out of our hearts. I don't know if you have friends that are always saying, "Oh, I didn't mean to say that," or "I didn't mean that," or I'm sorry, that just came out. I wasn't thinking about what I was saying." They're just frivolous words, or they throw their words around and then ask for forgiveness later. Well, certainly we should forgive. We want to be merciful. We need mercy in relationship to our tongues as well. But if you're a close friend with somebody, that you owe them a duty to say, "Listen, this is a problem. This is a problem in your life. It's indicative of what's in your heart, and I love you enough to tell you that we need to work on your heart. We need to pray for you to have a change of heart." Here's the truth, that as our hearts are changed by the grace and the mercy of God that's found in Christ and found in the cross and in Jesus' resurrection, with that grace, as our hearts are transformed, that should necessarily be evidenced by a change in our words. I have just a beloved uncle that when I was a young boy, I'd go fishing with my dad. And one of the things about him is that he was a carpenter. He could outcuss anybody that I have ever known. And I grew up, went off to college, came back and visited with him. And I just noticed immediately that he was like a different guy, that he didn't talk the way that he used to talk. And what I found out was that he had come to Christ when I was in high school and as I went off to college. And it changed his vocabulary. It changed the way that he spoke. So I want to encourage you to not just to try to work on your speech. James says that no man can tame the tongue, but that it's a restless evil. But what needs to happen is that we need to have a change of heart, and that will influence the way that we speak. So if this is a problem area in your life, I'm praying that God would be gracious to you, that he would soften your heart, that you would see this need, that you would ask him to change you, ask him to help you, and that the friends around you would be loving enough to try to help you. Blessings to you. Have a great week.